Good day, everybody. We will continue now our study on the Abrahamic covenant. And this time we will be taking Genesis chapter 15. We already discussed the introduction of the Abrahamic covenant based on chapter 12 of the book of Genesis, wherein it states there that the initial covenant promise of chapter 12 in the Abrahamic covenant is the new relationship between God and Abraham, who will later become Abraham. So again, the new relationship between God and Abraham involved the creation of a new family, marked by the divine call to go out from his father's house in Genesis chapter 12, verse 1. This new family line, take note, will become the nexus of the divine blessing in the world, not only for Abraham's descendants, but for all who blessed them in the word in Genesis chapter 12, verse 3. So that is the creation of a new family of God, wherein God had a covenant with Abraham and his descendants, wherein the creation of a new family of God would take place. So now, discussing with chapter 15, which the author of the book here in the Covenant Theology by John Scott Reed, he called this Genesis chapter 15 story as the covenant ratification or the ratification of the Abrahamic covenant. When we speak about ratification, it speaks about the formal signing or the formal statement or declaration of a particular covenant. And this time, in regards to the Abrahamic covenant, God that is ratified his covenant with Abraham, who later became Abraham, and his posterity or his descendant. So makikita natin dito, no, kung ano ba yung importance o yung mga particularities when it comes to the covenant ratification taken from Genesis chapter 15 of this particular Abrahamic covenant. Before going over with our study with this covenant theology book, I would like to read once more from my Bible in the ESV, the chapter 15 of the book of Genesis. It will take a lot of time reading, but just the same, I would like to read it from verses 1 to 21 at this juncture. Let me turn you over to Genesis chapter 15, verse 1. God's covenant with Abram. After these things, the word of the Lord came to Abram in a vision. Fear not, Abram, I am your shield. Your reward shall be very great. Verse 2, but Abram said, O Lord God, what will you give me? For I continue childless, and the heir of my house is Eliezer of Damascus. And Abram said, Behold, you have given me no offspring, and a member of my household will be my heir. And behold, the word of the Lord came to him, This man shall not be your heir. Your very own son shall be your heir. And he brought him outside and said, Look toward heaven and number the stars, if you are able to number them. Then he said to him, So shall your offspring be. And he believed the Lord. Take note on verse 6 again in Genesis chapter 15, verse 6. And he, Abraham, believed the Lord, and he counted it to him as righteousness. Verse 7, and he said to him, I am the Lord who brought you out from Ur to the Chaldeans to give you this land to possess. Verse 8, but he said, O Lord God, how am I know that I shall possess it? He said to him, Bring me an heifer, 3 years old, a female goat, 3 years old, a ram, 3 years old, a turtle dove, and a young pigeon. And he brought him all these, cut them in half, and laid each half over against the other. And in verse 3, or rather in verse 10, and he brought him again all these, cut them in half, and laid each half over against the other. But he did not cut the birds in half. Verse 11. And when birds of prey came down from the on the carcasses, Abram drove them away. As the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell on Abram, and behold, dreadful and great darkness fell upon him. Then the Lord said to Abram, know for certain that your offspring will be sojourners in the land that is not theirs, and will be servants there, and they will be afflicted for 400 years. Take note. But I will bring judgment on the nation that they serve, and afterward they shall come out with great possessions. As for you, you shall go to your fathers in peace. You shall be buried in a good old age, and they shall come back here in the fourth generation, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet complete. When the sun had gone down and it was dark, behold, a smoking fire pot and a flaming torch passed between these pieces. On that day, the Lord made a covenant with Abraham, saying, to your offspring, I give this land from the river of Egypt to the great river, the river Euphrates, the land of the Kenites and Kenizzites, the Cadmonites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Rephaim, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Girgashites, and the Jebusites. And that ends our reading and continuous study on the Abrahamic covenant. And by our next meeting, we will take on the book on the covenant theology as pertains to the ratification of this Abrahamic covenant. Thank you once again, and to God alone be all the glory. Until next time, God bless everybody, and see you very, very soon. Thank you so much.